Go.
Hi, I'm Leslie with Power of Movement Fitness, and I wanted to go over how to do 4 basic exercises. These 4 basic exercises are portable. You can take them anywhere with you, so if you're traveling and you want to do some exercise, you don't need equipment, and you have all kinds of options for making them a little bit easier, and you can also make them a little bit more challenging. So the first one is a squat, and important to remember is that you want hips to go back and knees to stay forward. And Katie's going to come help us demonstrate as well. She was in my last video. All right, so I'm going to show you from the front. I'm also going to show you from the side. So from the front, you can see that my knees stay straight. They're not coming in and they're not going out. All right, again, knees are straight over my feet. All right, now from the side, you want your hips to go back. A lot of people think a squat is this. Notice how my knees are bending and pushing forward. That's not the correct way to do it. You want your hips to come back as if you're sitting in a chair and then up. Notice how the hips go back. I keep the chest up. We don't want the chest to fall forward. So keep the chest up and the hips back. Think about pressing through the heels and using those glutes to help you come up. All right, so another option for doing a squat is you can take it wide, toes are out. This is a plie squat. I'm going to work the inner thighs. Coming down, again, my hips are going back, but my knees are staying over my feet. And then I'm pushing up through my heels, squeezing those glutes to help come up. So it's another option with squats that you can do. So give that a try with squats. The next one is a plank. So plank is great for the core. You're going to come down onto the floor. You can do a plank up on your hands so that you're raised, or you can do it down on your forearms. What's important to remember is that your arms are always right under your shoulders. You do not want your arms too far forward, either when you're up on your hands or on the forearms. So you're going to be up on your toes. You're going to have your feet on your toes. Hands are nice and relaxed. Don't clench. All this tension, all this clenching just creates a lot of tension in your arms. So hands are nice and relaxed. Arms under the shoulders. Feet up on the toes. And you're going to engage that core and lift your hips up off the floor into a nice straight line, keeping your head in line with the spine. Don't want to drop your head and look at your feet. There's nothing to look at. So just kind of keep your head in line with the spine and keep the hips up. Don't let the hips sag. That's bad for your back. So keep them up. Make it easier. Drop to your knees. All right, so you can drop to your knees. To make it a little harder, you can lift one leg. You can also alternate like this. You can alternate going out to the side. So there's all kinds of options to make it harder in doing the plank. You want to try holding it for, if you're not used to doing it, hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. Take a rest, do it again to equal a minute. So do it about 3 times. You want to build up so that you can hold a plank for a minute. All right? Next exercise is a push-up. And what I call a push-up is just a plank that is moving up and down. So you want to, again, keep your core nice and tight. You're going to be in a plank position or a raised plank position. And you're going to keep those hips up. You don't want to do a push-up with your hips down. And you're going to lower and raise the body, keeping the body in a nice alignment. So at the same time, this is working your core. Again, it's going to come down and up, not dropping your head. You can make it easier by coming down onto your knees and coming down and up. You can also take it up a little bit by keeping one leg out and one leg on your knee, and one knee down. Now, if you want to hit your triceps a little bit more. The backs of your arms, bring your arms close in so that your hands, your fingers form a diamond. Keep the elbows by the side. So my hands, my fingers are touching, thumbs are touching, my hands are under my chest, and I'm going to come down, keep my elbows by the side, and then come up. So I'm hitting my triceps a little bit more. So that's really good for getting the backs of those arms. Okay? So the last thing we're going to do is going to be a tricep dip to work the backs of those arms, those triceps. So with tricep dips, I'm going to be using a step that's on the risers, but you can use a chair, you can use a low table, a sofa, anything, but as long as it's stable and will support your weight. Your hands, you're going to put the hands on the edge of the table or chair. Fingers are going to be hanging over the edge, so you don't want your hands back this way. You want your fingers pointing forward. Now, a few ways that you can do this. If you need it to be a little bit easier, you can have your legs bent. You want your arms somewhat close to your body, and you're going to take your arms straight back and then up. What's important to remember in a dip is that we're not using our hips to raise and lower. It's all in the arms. So I'm using my arms to raise and lower my body, keeping my legs and my hips out of it. If you want to make it harder, you can stretch your legs out and then just raise and lower, keeping the body close to the chair or your table or whatever it is that you're using. You can also do one leg if you need to. So that's going to really hit the backs of those triceps. So putting all four of those exercises together in a circuit will give you a really good workout. Doing it 10 to 15 times each, about three times through. Be a nice little workout when you're on the road, you don't have equipment, and you can even do it timed. So in 10 or 15 minutes, see how many times you can go around through that circuit. Maybe 10 reps for each. See how many you can get done within a certain time. So give it a try, have fun, and Happy New Year.